I would encourage everybody to notice is that he went to the book of Jesus and he basically starts showing you so-called contradictions because the word created, God creates, and the book says made. I'm going to read Elijah Muhammad again, and he says, "We believe in the truth of the Bible, but we believe that it has been tampered with and must be reinterpreted so that all mankind will not be snared by the falsehoods that have been added to it." Now, he starts quoting the book. He doesn't even believe the book. He says that we have it so twisted. He's trying to get in my time. I got 5 minutes. He says, white people have the Bible so twisted by adding and taking out of the truth that it takes only God or one whom God has given the knowledge of the book to understand it. I'm white. I do not have that knowledge. This book says by nature I cannot do good things. Now, what I'm saying is my problem is just at the page number 2 of Message of the Black Man, he says, talking about Christianity, there should be a law made and enforced upon such teachers until they have been removed from the public. There is no room for me. I'm not going to convert to the Nation of Islam. So, number one, strike against me, number one, is I'm white. Number two, I'm a Christian. And he says that he wished that my type of teaching out of the Bible would be outlawed. Now, this is the thing I'm saying. He wants an entire nation for the black community where they have their own schools for black people, blacks only, and basically no intermarriage, and he doesn't want to pay taxes. He wants the government to fund every bit of it. Never going to happen. So this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. That'll never happen. Now, this is my problem going past that. He does not believe, this is what I'm saying. I asked him at the beginning of this program, what is his end goal? What's his end game? Islam teaches an eternal heaven for the righteous, for hell is not eternal. These, heaven and hell, are not necessary places, but they are conditions. So this is the thing. Y'all, this will never happen. The black community is never going to get its own nation separate from America. Now, Elijah Muhammad encourages black people to go back to Africa. So, I mean, maybe for that. But we should be dwelling together peacefully. Galatians chapter 6, verse number 10 says we should do good to every man. I promote that. White, black, Hispanic. And now you don't read anything hardly about in the Hispanic community in this book. It's all about the black community. But this is the thing. Heaven is not real. So even if you get the entire nation that you want and the education system that Elijah Muhammad wants, you don't have heaven and you don't have a Savior, because he actually is going to say, he's going to say this in the Message of the Black Man, you must forget ever seeing the return of Jesus. You are really foolish to be looking to see the prophet Jesus. He says in this book that Jesus is a dead man, just like Moses, who cannot hear your prayers. Now, the point of it is, you will never go to heaven, so you have this world, and basically the racist agenda that's in this book is not going to happen. And why stick with something that's going to lose, and then you don't even have the possibility of going to heaven because Jesus Christ, the Christ, is really not the Messiah. Malvester does not even believe that Jesus died on the cross. He does not believe that he is the Christ. When you read about the promise of Abraham in Genesis chapter 12, he says that's blacks in America. There is no spiritual salvation in the Nation of Islam because there is no such thing.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. There is no such thing as heaven or hell to them. They say it's just your mind condition. Now, if you would become a Christian, people do me wrong all the time. I mean, that's white privilege. I still have people that treat me bad, and I don't think it has anything to do with me being white. I think a lot of people, and I'm saying, for instance, I've had people try to box me in a parking lot and try to fight me within the last year. I don't think it was because I was white. I think they knew who I was, religiously speaking. But I don't have any ill will towards them. I wish they would obey the gospel. I wish that Malvester would obey the gospel. Really put faith in Jesus Christ and get out of basically a message of hatred, which is message to the black man. And so tonight, when I called him a racist, he turned around and he said white folk are racist. I don't mean anything like what? I'm not using the N-word, but I'm saying his book says that we are white devils and cannot change. The book says that war with the whites is inevitable. In this book, it says that there is a UFO above the world. That's where Elijah Muhammad is. The only reason that UFO was made was to destroy the world. No. That's what the book says.
Allow him to finish.
Now, he declared the doom of America and pointed out the UFO, and it says it was built for the purpose of destroying this present world. There is no hope. There's only hatred. There's only revenge. I'm saying for every man, white, black, in the Bible, Whether you're the Ethiopian eunuch or whether you're a Jew or whether you're a white man in America, you put your faith in Christ, you obey the gospel, you can go to actual heaven beyond this world, which his book says does not exist, which also says the Bible is tampered with and is not true anymore.
All right, we do have a phone call. Tom, we're going to take this call because a caller has been holding patiently. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the show. Is she still there, Daniel? Can you see what's going on with line 3? We'll go to line 4. Hey, good evening, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how y'all doing this evening?
Doing well. What's your question or comment for our guest?
Hey, Malvester, how you doing, sir?
Fine, sir. How you been?
I'm doing good. I spoke to you a few weeks ago, and I'd asked you if you had heard of that country in northwestern Africa called Mauritania. Did you happen to do any research on that? You told me you'd never heard of that country before.
No, I haven't.
Hey, that's the last country to abolish slavery in 1981. Is that country, Mauritania, is that ruled by, what's the major religion over there? Would it be Islam? I'm not for sure. Maybe you can teach me something.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
All right. Would you like me to spell it for you again? It's spelled Mauritanie. Excuse me.
What is it?
Mauritania. Sorry. But slavery was abolished by that country in 1981 in Africa, and it was totally finished supposedly in 2007. I mean,
What in Africa, in the East, it wasn't Africa. A white conqueror went there and conquered that part and named it Africa, but the whole earth was Asia Minor, and in the East where all the prophets came from. So in the East, it was righteous people until the man of sin came in the world, right? But Caleb just talked about, we talk about destroying the world. This Bible right here, this is King James Version. This Bible said from Genesis to Revelation that God was going to destroy this world.
Why are you quoting the Bible?
He said that he was going to destroy this world. That right there is clear in this book. In Revelation, it tells you to tell us to come out of her, my people. Who you think he's talking about when he says to come out of her, my people? You know, you talk about slavery. When he talking about slavery, in the East, slavery was not like what the Caucasians have done. They was like servants. They served the people. But when you talk about slavery in America, you talking about murder. You talking about rape. You talking about hanging people. You talking about killing people. And let me show you something.
How long is he
Let
gonna
me
get
show
the
you
time,
something of
Jessica?
what I'm talking about.
We'll let him finish his statement and then we'll allow you to talk.
Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this picture right here. Beam up on it and look at it. See what they did to a black man? They burned him up alive.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
Who did that?
They didn't lynch white people.
And look at this man
They didn't
right
lynch
here.
any white people.
Look at this.
They didn't lynch any white people.
They
didn't lynch any white people, Malvester?
See, he ain't supposed to be talking right now.
That's not the rule.
And look at this picture right here. That's what they did to Jesus, didn't they? Didn't they do that to Jesus?
Yeah.
And look, you can't find nothing like that in the East where they did slaves like that.
Okay, so
and look at this right here.
I'm gonna have a black man
Look at this
disagree
right
with
here,
Malvester.
where white
He's
folks
running the show.
White folks is lynching a little girl.
They didn't lynch
You understand?
white people.
What did they lynch her for?
They didn't lynch
Why
white
did they
people.
lynch her for?
They didn't lynch white people.
See the thing.
He's
what
not
I'm
going to
talking
answer
about.
that because we all know it's the truth.
Guys,
See,
now
see,
we're
he
getting
disrespecting
away.
now.
We are getting away from the conversation, but I need to do this because we're going to have to
But
take
see,
a
I'm
break.
supposed to get 5 minutes. And
No,
that was 5 minutes for that
Satan
segment.
his venom out, but now he don't want nobody to come and get an antidote for that
Okay,
venom.
let's do this. Hold on tight, guys, and we don't want you both. A viewer mentioned that it feels like you all are getting aggressive, so we aggressive conversation.
I want my 5 minutes.
Okay,
You got
will
it,
get it.
Malvester.
You will get it when we come back from
Listen
the
there,
break.
see how unfair he is?
Okay,
I
we're
had
gonna
it. I
end-
haven't talked no 5 minutes. You talked. I didn't interrupt
We're
you.
going to
She's
have
trying to take a break now,
end
Malvester.
See
the
what the point is?
conversation if it goes too far. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the show. We're going to need to take a break, but go ahead. And turn your feed down, please.
Yes, I thought the program was supposed to be about the Nation of Islam and the Church of Christ. Seemed like to me it's about the Nation of Islam and Martin Luther King, and I'm being a member of Martin Luther King legacy. I think y'all are doing injustice, both of them, to Martin Luther King. Because Martin Luther King.
I'm not
Nothing to do
speaking
with
evil
the
against
Nation
Martin
of
Luther
Islam.
King. Elijah Muhammad is. And then he tried to play off like that Martin Luther King was a
King had
Muslim.
nothing to do with the Nation of Islam.
He's absolutely right, and I have an article out of Jet Magazine years ago where
let's move on.
actually
That's his
Martin
opinion.
Luther
Thank
King.
you. Thank you so much, Mr. Grant. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the show.
That's his
Hold
opinion,
on, please.
and I know.
Good evening, caller.
What that picture that we had of Martin Luther King and
Caller, are you there?
Have they put it up yet?
Yeah, they put it up.
Hello,
Where
caller, are you there?
Put it on the TV. Put the picture on TV where Martin Luther King. They did.
So I didn't
see
get
it.
any time to respond.
Oh,
to that.
hold on, guys. Yes, good evening, caller. Welcome to the show. There's
There
the
you go.
picture.
There you go. See them great men from Georgia? Both of them from Georgia. You understand? They sit down and talk.
Okay, Minister
and that
Malvest-
right there is showing you that the mountain went to Muhammad.
He's not
and
a
Martin
Muslim.
Luther King was sitting on the top of the mountain of black folks. And when he came, and when Martin left, and he made that speech, said, I have been to the mountain. And that's when they seen that they had to kill Martin because Martin was now too dangerous. They couldn't control him no longer once he talked to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's
All
the
right,
problem.
Minister Malvesta, let's take a phone call real quick. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the show.
Yes. Yes, hey. Look at Malvesta's tie and look at your shirt, sir. You talking about a racial tie. You got a white shirt on, you not white.
All right.
Who is he talking
Okay,
to?
that's
Okay.
that didn't even make
See,
sense.
that's
So can I make a point now?
We'll allow you to make a point, and
Okay.
I've got to take a break.
Okay.
We're
Now,
already
See,
extending
we
the
can't
time.
give him favor now because
But
he had favor all his life.
But
He done
to
had
be
favor all his
honest-
life. It's time for us to get favor.
Okay, we can't extend it. Can we take this last call? Good evening, caller. Welcome to the show.
So how are you doing today?
I am well. Go ahead. We need to make it quick.
I just wanted to say he was saying something about the Bible about heaven and all that stuff and about it not existing. Well, I mean, I just come to just defend that right there. That the title, the Bible, it says that that heaven and earth shall soon pass away, but His word shall stand. So the Bible, therefore, the Bible is saying it shall stand that way. So I'm just coming to defend where he said that the Bible has been tampered with. In some way it has, but not in the way that he put it.
All right.
and see,
A closing statement because we can't extend it. I'm going